Hi friends, how are you all today? I hope you all doing well. Today we will discuss about adrenal insufficiency. Adrenal insufficiency, it's a condition which adrenal gland doesn't produce adequate amount of steroid hormones, primarily it's cortisol. It is impaired in production of aldosterone, where it regulates sodium conservation, potassium secretion, and water retention. There is two types of adrenal insufficiency. The first one is primarily adrenal insufficiency. It is also called as Addison disease. The secondary one is secondary adrenal insufficiency. It is the most common. It is most intragenic. What does it mean? Intragenic means if you giving some patient steroids and you suddenly stop it, it will cause secondary adrenal insufficiency. So when you giving a patient steroids, you have to, like, at one point you don't have to give the patient steroids, you have to stop it. You shouldn't stop it right away, you should stop it like in episodes. In primary adrenal insufficiency, where Addison disease occur, what happens here is inadequate amount of cortisol. Cortisol means it's a stress hormone. So when the patient have the Addison disease, they won't produce much of cortisol. So the cortisol level will be decreased, and aldosterone also will be decreased. It is directly proportional. For the secondary adrenal insufficiency, what does it happen there? Since it's the most intragenous, pituitary gland doesn't send signal to adrenal glands to make cortisols. So the ACTH level will be decreased. Now we will see about Addison disease. As I told before, in this disease, cortisol will be decreased, aldosterone will be decreased, and ACTH will be increased. And the feature for the Addison disease is, first main thing is postural hypotension. Second one is the weakness. The third one, patient will be complaining. He or she will be having nausea, vomiting, and you can encounter pigmentation, hyperpigmentation. Whereas in the secondary, you will find all these features except for the hyperpigmentation. This is because decrease in ACTH, it doesn't contribute hyperpigmentation. The point you all have to take note is, most common Addison disease in the developed country, patients with autoimmune will have, and the most common Addison disease in developing country, patient with tuberculosis will. In the electrolyte of Addison disease, all will be hypo. Potassium will be hyper and pigmentation will be hyper. I will tell you the reason why these features are here. Okay, when why there is hyponatremia? It's because of decreased aldosterone, and for decreased cortisol, you will see the presence of hypoglycemia and arterial hypotension. And for hyperkalemia, you will see decreased aldosterone, and for hyperpigmentation, you can see increase in ACTH. The causes of Addison disease, as I told before, autoimmune and tuberculosis is the most common. HIV will be the other points, and bilateral adenolectomy. For the treatment part, you have first step, you have to give replacement hormone, suppurative treatment, and healthy lifestyle. I will be posting more notes on the treatment and management of Addison disease in my page, FB page, Easy Medicine. You can check out there. Thank you.